joined by General Manager Billy King. Billy, thank you for joining us here. What are just your thoughts now going through your mind now that you've got this done, got your new head coach ready to move on here this offseason?
Well, free agency. I still have some work to do with that part of the team, but this part is a big part to have finished. And then he and I will spend time talking about assistant coaches and still about, we have a couple more players we need to sign for the free agent to finish out the roster.
Obviously been a little bit of a whirlwind over the last week or week and a half, and so Lionel was under consideration last year. Again, how much did that expedite this process and allow you to have a comfort in knowing what you were getting out of him?
Well, because you do your background, and that's really what you do when you start interviewing people. Before you interview, you get your background, talking to people and finding out more about them. So I did a lot of that last year, and fortunately I had some people that worked with him that I knew. And even this year I reached back out, talked to those people again. And so then you look at the pool of candidates, and he rose very quickly. And so we had dinner Monday night, met all day Tuesday, and it just felt right. So the ownership talked with him on Wednesday via telephone, and then we made the decision.
You say it felt right. Why do you believe he's the right fit for this group?
Well, because I think he's just an old-school basketball coach. If I can steal a line from Steve Spurrier, he's just an old ball coach. And the fact that he wants to coach, he has demands and things of what he expects from players, but it's not about him, it's about trying to make these guys better players and better people. You hear him talk about Cotton Fitzsimmons, who's someone I respected. He worked for Hubie Brown. And these are guys that are really, really traditional basketball coaches, and I think he's taken a lot from them, and now he's going to bring it to here.
I know that he addressed a little bit the trend of hiring some fresh coaches in the league, but knowing that you have a guy who's had over 20 years of NBA coaching experience, what does that do for your peace of mind and just in your belief that will make him successful?
Well, because one thing, I think he's seen it all, from a player, from a coach, head coach, from assistant coach. He's seen a lot of different things that may happen, and that, I think at this point in time, we needed that experience factor. As I said, Jason did a great job for us last year. I think now, as we transition to this one, we needed experience. We needed someone that can come in and step in right away and give our players the leadership.
How, in terms of, I know we've talked a little bit about free agency, but where are you at in terms of conversation, if you can give us any information about Paul Pierce, about what you're looking to do now and who you're hoping to have return? Well,
we're still talking to Paul and his agents, really, Jeff Schwartz, and we're working that process out. It's part of the negotiations as you go through it. Hopefully we can make something work for us and for Paul.
This fun time of year for you, I know, dealing with everything, but knowing the core you have, Darren and Brooke and just Joe Johnson, the guys, Kevin Garnett, what do you look for in them? Where's kind of your mindset and what you expect them to bring as you head into this next season?
If I can steal a little bit from Pat Riley, is a little bit, those guys got to get better internally. You can always look outside, and we got to go get help. But we do have a good core. We have some young players. And Mason had a good year. Our rookies are down there playing now in some league. So I think we've got to get better internally. We just can't always import new talent. I think we have the depth to do it with internally. So I'm expecting Darren to have a better year, expecting Brooke to come back healthy and play, Joe Johnson to continue building what he did last year, because I thought Joe took his first year in Brooklyn and made his second year even better. So to me, if all our guys can grow, we'll get better as a team.
And I know Lionel had mentioned just mental toughness and mental cohesion. What does that do for a group? How much do you feel like you took a step towards that last season? How much more improvement is there to be made?
Well, I thought we took a big step there. Going on the road, winning Game 7, have to win Game 6 to get a Game 7, then win on the road. And I thought we competed against Miami, pretty well. And so now, in talking to Lionel, one of the things he said in the interview, this game is 80% mental. And the 20% physical is just, running back on defense like that. So he's going to spend a lot of time mentally making guys even tougher, so that in that December we maybe aren't losing games like we did last year in the early part of the season.